This is Antarctica, which has been a great mystery for humans for centuries, whether it is blood waterfalls, mysterious animals, underground lakes, or a city hidden under the snow. There are many myths and mysteries about Antarctica that have not been solved yet. Antarctica is the only continent in the world where no human lives because the temperature here goes down to minus 90 degrees Celsius. Along with this, there are also snowstorms that occur at a speed of 300 kilometers per hour. Similarly, Antarctica is also the driest continent in the world, so dry that you may be surprised to know that it is also called a desert because it only rains 51 millimeters. Despite all this, for the last 100 years, many countries have been trying to take control of Antarctica. Look at this map of Antarctica. France claims this part, Norway claims this part, Australia claims the right side of the map. Similarly, Britain, Chile, Argentina, and New Zealand claim some parts of Antarctica. But what is the reason for this? What is it that the superpowers of the world want to take control of? Today we are going to solve some mysteries, and we will also look into who discovered Antarctica. And finally, we will also see what secrets are hidden under this snow that the superpowers of the world know, and that's why they want to take control of Antarctica. Who discovered Antarctica? Depends on who you are asking. The British say that they discovered Antarctica, while the Russians say that they were the first to set foot here. But Antarctica was first mentioned by the Greek philosopher Aristotle thousands of years ago, when he said that the Earth is round and the North and South poles are mirror images of each other. In 2021, a study by the Royal Society of New Zealand published said that the Maori people living near Australia on the Polynesian islands were probably the first people to reach Antarctica in the 7th century. Because in his old stories, there is a mention of a snowy continent which is on the southern side of the Earth. Anyway, in recorded history, British officer James Cook was the first European who crossed the Antarctic Circle and reached here, Antarctica, but he was still 130 kilometers away from Antarctica that he turned his ship back because he could not see Antarctica, but he could see floating icebergs in the water. Antarctica was not visible, but the floating icebergs were visible. And the sea was so strong that it was very dangerous to take the ship forward. That's why James Cook said that it is so dangerous to reach this southern continent that maybe someone will come here. After Captain Cook, many more people tried to discover Antarctica, but they were unsuccessful. Then, as soon as the 19th century came, a confrontation began between countries for economic dominance. For the first time in the history of the world was now moving towards a new world order. Resources and new trade routes were being discovered. Industries were being planted. Every country wanted to become a superpower in the coming new century. And that's why the exploration was on the rise. In this way, in 1819, the Russian Empire gave the task to the Russian explorer, Fabian von Bellingshausen, to travel around the world. In 1820, Fabian proved Captain Cook's prediction wrong and reached the Southern Ocean and saw Antarctica very closely. Although he had not set foot on Antarctica, he is the first person in modern history to have seen Antarctica. Then, between 1900 and 1920, many explorers headed for Antarctica. British explorer Robert Falcon Scott landed on Antarctica with his team in 1911 and went about 400 miles ahead, but then he had to turn back due to bad weather and hunger. But this journey back proved to be very dangerous. Scott and his team got stuck in a severe cold and snowstorm, and all of them died. After World War I, many countries sent their teams here and tried to claim this continent. In 1939, German Air Force dropped Nazi flags here on Hitler's orders so that this area could be controlled by Nazi Germany. After World War II, many countries set up their research stations here, and from here, mysterious discoveries about Antarctica started happening. The first and the most mysterious discovery is that at some point of time, Antarctica was not snowy but dense forest. According to scientists of Imperial College of London scientists, they found fossilized wood here, which tells us that about 90 million years ago, Antarctica was a hot continent where dense forests existed. Apart from this, they also found some fossils of insects here, which are found only in hot areas. Another big and mysterious discovery about Antarctica was that there are 400 lakes below the ice, which have their own ecosystem there. Are marine animals which are not found anywhere in the world, like these huge spiders and sea. Through jellyfish, there is a different world beneath the ice similarly. There is one more thing on Antarctica which has puzzled many explorers for years, and that is these blood-sucking springs. In the McMurdo Valley, this waterfall is like blood coming out of the snow. But recently, scientists have discovered that the red color of this waterfall is because this spring used to get water from a very salty lake, on which now a lot of snow has fallen. And that lake is completely cut off from the atmosphere. There is a lot of iron in this water. And that's why when this water comes into the spring, the iron in the water is oxidized due to oxygen and sun. And it turns into a color like rust. The third biggest mystery and conspiracy about Antarctica is that there is an ancient civilization under this ice. Many people have claimed that alien spaceships have been seen here. In 2016, many unusual activities have been recorded on Google Earth in Antarctica. UFOs, while many political experts say that these are the secret air operations of America and other countries, which they are doing in Antarctica. And this is where Antarctica's hidden political front comes in, which very few people are aware of. Where the world is still entangled in other geopolitical issues, the US, China, and the Soviet Union are aggressively sending expeditions to Antarctica. In fact, China has set up multiple research stations there. According to the Antarctic Treaty of 1969, any country can conduct scientific investigations in Antarctica. It just has to share the results of these studies with all the countries. In 1992, U.S. Geological Survey found that Antarctica has 500 billion barrels of natural gas and oil reserves. But China and other countries are not interested in this oil and gas in Antarctica. In fact, in recent years, a large quantity of rare earth minerals such as neodymium, praseodymium, terbium, and dysprosium have been discovered in Antarctica. These are the minerals that are used in all electronic devices. And because the world's focus is now shifting away from oil and gas, electric cars and iron batteries are the future now. And this race to control the future has brought these superpowers into the storm of Antarctica. The last mysterious discovery of Antarctica is the Southern Ocean. The Southern Ocean is the most dangerous ocean in the world. The climate and water supply of our world is controlled by the Southern Ocean because it meets the Atlantic and Pacific Ocean. According to scientists, the world's 15% carbon emission is absorbed by the Southern Ocean. And with global warming, the importance of this ocean is increasing. Because frozen snow is melting here, and due to melting of snow, many treasures are coming out. The oceans that humans could never even imagine going to are going to become important trade routes soon. There are still many studies going on in Antarctica. And who knows what mysterious things will be discovered in the near future about Antarctica. These are all the sources from which we have consulted for this video. If you like such topics, then do tell us in the comments below. See you in the next video with another interesting topic. See you in the next video with another interesting topic. Take care. Allah Hafiz.